Welcome, future Canadian citizen. The gates are now open. If you want to become a Canadian permanent resident and then a citizen, student immigration is the most reliable way to get here to start working and build your future in this beautiful country. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact step-by-step process for study permit application, and in the second half, I'm diving into different factors that get applicants refused. You might not know it, but Canadian student visa is the most refused student visa in the world right now, with a 40% average refusal rate, which is insane. But this video aims to help you overcome that barrier. Subscribe to this channel and let's break down the process from school admission to legal study permit application. But to begin, let's break down whether you meet the basic requirements or not. First off, you need to be at least 18 years old. And if you're younger, don't worry, you'll just need to have a guardian to accompany you. And hey, if you're in your 30s or 40s, it might be a bit more challenging. But many mature students have successfully applied for study permit. They got approved to move to Canada with their families and are loving their new lives. We even once had a client who was 53 and got approved. Next, you should have completed either secondary or post-secondary education. If you're wondering what GPA means, it stands for Grade Point Average. Your high school GPA should be at least 50%. And if you have a university degree, aim for at least 60%. Remember, the higher the better. To demonstrate your English proficiency, you'll need to take an English exam like IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. Don't worry if you're from a Commonwealth country, a lot of African countries are on the list, you might be exempt from this requirement. Now let's talk about the study budget. On average, a college program in Canada costs around $15,000 per year. Keep in mind that when you apply for your study visa, you'll need to show that you have enough funds to cover your entire stay. This includes the study program cost, $10,000 per year for living expenses, and an extra $5,000 for miscellaneous expenses such as travel to and from Canada. So for a 2-year program, you'll need to show at least $50,000 in your bank account. But don't worry if you don't have that amount yourself, you can definitely have a sponsor. One crucial aspect to consider is your home ties. Visa officers often look for logical career progression, job prospects, and a clear intention to return to your home country after completing your studies. They want to see that you're investing in your education to enhance your future earnings or contribute to your home country's economy. So make sure your plans align with their expectations. Alright, now let's move on to the first stage. How to get a letter of acceptance, LOA, from a Canadian learning institution. For the purpose of this explanation, let's assume you're interested in a 2-year college diploma. It's a more affordable and relatively easier option that offers similar career opportunities as a university degree. To apply for an LOA, you'll need the following documents: high school diploma, high school transcripts, an English exam such as IELTS, or if you're lucky, Duolingo. Duolingo is easier and it can be taken from the comfort of your home. Just keep in mind that if you're planning to apply through the student direct stream for your study permit, Duolingo will not count as they only accept IELTS. Once you have these primary documents, you'll include them within your application. And if you're a bit older, in your late 20s, 30s, or 40s, and you're planning to pursue a postgraduate diploma program, you'll also need your bachelor's degree and transcripts. By the way, it's very important that you make sure that the school you choose is a designated learning institution DLI that makes you eligible for the post-graduation work permit, PGWP. That's what's gonna get you to permanent residency in the future. It's also very important that you choose a school in a province that can help you with permanent residency. Places like Toronto, Ontario are great for high school graduates, but if you're older, it might be very hard to become a permanent resident in the future when you graduate. If you need my perspective, make sure to book a meeting in the description below this video. Now, after patiently waiting for about 1 to 3 months, sometimes as short as 2 weeks, you'll receive an offer letter from your learning institution. Congratulations, because you're just one step away from obtaining your letter of acceptance. To secure it, you'll just need to submit a security deposit, which is typically a couple $1,000s, or it can be as much as the first semester fee. Congratulations again, because now you've made it to the second stage, the most difficult one, student visa application. You might have heard different terms like student visa or study permit. Well, here's the deal. The visa is what you apply for to be allowed entry into Canada, while the study permit is granted to you at the border when you arrive. So it's essentially just one application. To apply for a student visa, gather the following documents: letter of acceptance, LOA, valid passport, proof of funds, POF, showing enough money in your or your sponsor's account to cover your entire stay and program expenses. Letter of explanation, LOE. These are the main documents you'll need for your application. However, keep in mind that the process can be quite complex. To ensure you navigate it successfully, I highly recommend watching this informative video you see above somewhere in this card, which provides an in-depth walkthrough for the legal application side of it. I have an important question. Are you ready to level up your study approval chances? If you said yes, let's explore 10 factors that can influence your application. This will either make or break your success when it comes to moving to Canada. Number 1, age. Contrary to popular belief, the mid-20s can be the riskiest age when applying for a study permit. You've completed your education back home, but lack sufficient work experience to demonstrate professional growth. Upgrading your education in Canada becomes essential to reach your career goals. Number 2, previous visa refusal. If you've experienced visa refusals in countries that share immigration databases with Canada, such as the USA, UK, or Australia, it's crucial to address this in your letter of explanation, or LOE. Explain any relevant circumstances that demonstrate how you've learned from past experiences. Number 3, country of origin. When someone comes to our law firm from countries like the UAE or Qatar, but is not a permanent resident or citizen of these countries, we always recommend that they fly back to their home country, their country of citizenship, and apply for a study permit from there. This significantly increases your chances for approval. Number 4, previous immigration intentions. If you've previously applied for express entry or showed any intentions of seeking permanent residence here in Canada, it's important to clarify in your application that your current goal is temporary as an international student. Highlight your strong desire to return to your home country after completing your studies. Number 5, graduation date. If you graduated many years ago, make sure you demonstrate a clear ROI, return on investment. Explain how the study program aligns with your career progression. Explain how the study program in Canada contributes to your career progression, especially after a considerable time gap since your previous education program. Number 6, finances. The money formula for a successful study permit application involves demonstrating sufficient funds to cover your entire stay in Canada. Remember, it's the study program cost, your cost of living, and miscellaneous costs. Make sure you have a solid financial plan in place. Number 7, tuition deposits. When aiming for a letter of acceptance, LOA, some institutions will require a tuition deposit. This can be your first semester or even the first year. If possible, paying for a year in advance can strengthen your application, but it's not as crucial as other financial factors I mentioned before. Number 8, professional background. Your past professional experience should align with your desired study program. Emphasize how your previous work experience relates to your intended career path. It's crucial to demonstrate a logical progression in your chosen field when returning to your home country from Canada. Number 9, unstable areas. Unfortunately, if your country has undergone a military coup or experienced deep crises, providing home ties can be challenging. In such cases, obtaining a study permit for Canada may be very difficult. Be prepared to provide additional evidence and address these circumstances in your application. Number 10, letter of explanation, LOE, also known as a statement of purpose, SOP, or study plan. The LOE is your opportunity to communicate directly with the visa officer. Since there's no interview for a Canadian study permit, your LOE carries significant weight. If you're looking to strengthen your case and seek assistance, book a quick call in the description below. Additionally, once you finish watching this video, I strongly recommend you watch this one about how to make a strong, convincing letter of explanation to increase your approval chances. I have just given you all of the information you need to make this new chapter successful. However, if you want to minimize the risk, maximize your success chances, we are the only law firm in Canada that offers a 100% money-back guarantee. If my expert lawyers apply for your study permit, it gets refused, all of your money goes back to you. If you're interested in our legal services, the first step is to book a strategy meeting in the description below this video. I hope we can help you make it to Canada. I hope you like this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel not to miss any immigration updates, and I'll see you in the next one.